Welcome to DashBoard, episode 6.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, that was hot. Little bit sexy.
Was it?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Oh,
I liked
thank
it.
you.
No, it was good. I liked it.
That's Dylan's hydrated voice. I see a couple of beverages on the table for this one.
You're always throwing people under the bus.
Yeah.
You just
Dry January, too.
Yeah.
God.
Well, hopefully not in your house because the cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, no, we don't do. Just dry finish on the wine.
I will. We're supposed to be going somewhere south in February, and I briefly considered it, and then I was like, well, January 2nd rolled around, there was something, and then this weekend there was something, and tonight there was something, so we're going to skip that for this year.
Oh, really?
No, there's always next year.
I've never gone anywhere warm in the middle of the winter.
Oh, I'm talking about the dry part of January. Never mind the warm part.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Never
we're
gone
not-
anywhere.
Warm and it's not really my thing. No, I just suffer through, and that makes the March 30th all that sweeter.
Well, you
I
know,
don't know.
Interesting.
It's not really my thing.
well, it shortens, I think, in theory, at least, it shortens the amount of time you're away from your baby. You go down, it's warm, you come back, and you're just 1 week closer to spring.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, my brother lives in Vegas, so I have been down there in February, but it's not like super, it's not summer.
Yeah.
It's just sunshine and like 10 degrees every day.
Sure.
Canadian 10 degrees, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's start quickly with an update on the Cayenne from Mike.
Oh. Where have we been? A week?
Yeah,
It was in getting its suspension upgrades.
Correct.
Brakes.
There was supposed to be a picture on this episode, which
Was there?
wasn't there a photo of some new suspension?
There was no.
no,
We didn't get that.
We did wheels. We
We did wheels,
Yep.
the black and the bronze wheels.
How
which
did that
didn't
go?
help. That didn't help.
Tell us
Why?
about the poll.
50-50 on the pole. It was just confused.
How
us
conclusive.
Even more. I think the consensus at home, though, is bronze wheels.
Oh,
So
Okay.
that'll maybe please Sean a little bit better.
We're talking the rusty bronze or the gold
like a
bronze?
rustier bronze.
Yeah,
Dark
okay.
bronze.
That's a good
Dark
move.
bronze.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah. So a couple more days, we'll have her back on the road. I'm missing her, though.
so it's still in the garage. It's
It
not at
is.
your house right now.
It's not. So
Close
we're
to done. Close to
We're
done. Not that we're counting or anything.
Yeah.
And we're talking about
Day or two.
It's going to come back with new brakes,
New brakes.
rotors,
Yeah.
pads,
Yeah.
the suspension lift.
Yeah.
There's something else in
Struts.
this.
All four struts.
Oh yes, right.
Wasn't there? There was a picture. I'm sure
And
there was
a
a
new
photo of
alignment.
new struts, wasn't there?
There was.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
It was
yeah?
beautiful.
Oh,
You
that's
didn't
right.
see that?
Leaning up against the toolbox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
That-
Yes, it wasn't mounted. Yes. But sometimes I appreciate the parts on their own just as
Exactly.
much.
Fair.
I do have pictures of the front struts on it, so
Oh.
I will maybe post them soon.
I did tell him that he should, like before he drives it anywhere, he should make sure he takes a photo of the wheel wells when they're like perfectly
Yeah.
fresh
Plain.
and shiny, so it looks pretty badass.
Agreed.
Anyway,
It'll happen.
you're going on to the bronze wheels.
Yep.
Which I think by extension
Is that
means
we're solid on the bronze wheels?
Oh.
Yeah.
Like we're going to take this to the grave?
Yeah.
All right. I like it.
write that down. Write that down.
Yeah. Can we call Ontario
lock
Wheel
it in.
Repair right now?
They're coming tomorrow.
Right.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
I think it's set in stone, though.
Don't tease us, Mike.
Yeah.
Come on.
when are the Trans-Siberia wheels getting powder coated?
I don't know.
Are they the ones
timeline.
getting?
No, yeah, I'm going
Okay.
to. Yeah.
So it is that wheel that you're going to do
Yeah.
bronze. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Anytime now.
I assume in the winter they're quite happy to have your business. They'd be
I'm sure.
a little slower, I would think.
I would think so. So
We're getting really into the mind of a Porsche nerd here, eh? Because he's like, look at the decision, look at the tension.
I know.
He's
Yeah.
He
left
sucked
so
all the
many
air
things
out
to
of this
do.
room.
I got to
Yeah.
get the roof rack on yet.
Yes.
I got to order my light bar for the front.
Yes.
I don't know.
Mike
Where do
had
I
a-
start?
He's
Mike-
flustered.
I am
well,
a little flustered.
He
All
had
of these things.
He had
Yeah,
a
yeah.
man cold last week, and I think you
I
now
did.
know
That
why.
knocked me down.
Right.
He's
You were-
been
yeah, okay.
stressing. His
Yeah.
cortisol levels are through the
That is
roof.
the time when I get sick, for
Yeah.
sure. Overworked and overstressed.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
100%.
So bronze wheels, we've all heard it here.
Yes.
I'm looking around the room.
Yeah.
The listener can't tell that, but I'm
I have a
confirming by
very
looking at everyone's
smug
eyes.
grin on my face right
Yes.
now, which
And by extension means you'll do some decals
Yeah.
in the same-ish.
Same-ish shade, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I thought before you were talking maybe about ghosted decals. Is that?
If I was going to go black wheels, then ghost decals, but I like the bronze decals with the bronze wheels. so
Okay.
and are we going to be like color matched 100%?
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my
And what are we talking about here?
Supposed
Down
to, yeah.
like a script down
Yeah,
the
what
side.
kind
Strip
of
down the
decal?
side, for sure.
That
Like what
says-
kind of script?
I don't know yet. It's
Oh.
going to be a surprise.
Is it going to say everything is awesome?
No.
No.
I was
Okay.
going to say, we're not going to have any, yeah.
Not your mom.
Let's not go too far off piste here, right?
Like, are we thinking like Cayenne? Are we thinking mountains?
I'm between 3 different things, so it's going to be a surprise.
Oh, but other people have done
Oh.
these. You're not like trying to make them on your own.
I'm going to make something myself.
You're intending
gonna
to
be-
surprise us? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know this either.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Christmas is coming
be,
early.
So what did the Trans-Siberia say on the site? Just that?
They say Cayenne S or Cayenne Trans-Siberia.
Oh,
Right. Okay.
That's a mouthful.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a lot to fit on.
That's
the
what I was
door.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think
It's
the
all-
Trans-Siberia word was probably quite small, right?
It's about 18 inches up towards the back.
Yeah,
so-
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
So
so,
it's
it's
pretty
sort of an
small.
afterthought after the Cayenne.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to do a bit of a conglomeration of a couple things. So.
Interesting. I didn't realize we were opening a secret box here. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I didn't know he was trying to. If it says Dylan is my friend, I'm gonna be so jealous.
Here's a 20.
Can we just peel back the curtain here a little bit? Because it seems to me you had some stickers on another vehicle of yours and they got vetoed off of it
They
shortly thereafter. So has this been cleared by the higher ups? Or
Yeah, she's the one asking for it.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about those stickers. What was that? What was the one that caused the
The
furor?
Pegasus.
The Pegasus.
The mobile Pegasus.
Right.
Thanks to my good friend Dylan.
Right, because Dylan made him up real good, real
I did.
cheap, made him real handy, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he? You got him for free.
I got 'em
Absolutely.
for free.
He
The
got
price
it for
is
free.
on the house.
On the house.
Yeah, yeah,
It's on
yeah.
the door.
Yeah.
But it offended your wife to no end.
Oh, exactly.
Okay.
She
I
hated
like a
them.
good Pegasus.
Me too.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Well-
when they're done right.
That's interesting.
I
What
thought
do you
they
mean
were
by
done
that?
right.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I had the white background on the gray. The silver didn't look 100%.
Oh,
yeah, the
I
white
see.
was
Okay,
maybe
little
uncalled
much.
for
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
I think the positioning is the most critical. The white actually doesn't bother me as much as the position of the Pegasus.
Are you saying?
Yeah, I agree.
No, yours were good.
Yeah.
But I have seen some where you're like
When it's like actually on the door
that,
on
or
newer
it's like,
911s.
or it's too low on the fender. Like,
Yeah.
there's, you know,
I'm trying to think about, because for once, I think the four of us are now aligned because I found myself differing on these, but I do like a Pegasus as well.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, is the correct positioning like right below the mirror or is it actually on the front fender?
I'm okay with both of those, to be
I
honest.
think it depends on the model.
Okay.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think that's true. Too.
Because I don't think there's enough room on some models to put it on the like front fender.
What's the backstory of, like, I know that's sort of the mobile one, and of course that's long history, but where does that,
I think it was. I don't want to speak incorrectly because someone will attack us because we got
Sure,
it wrong. But I
sure.
think when I was at the Porsche Museum, it was on the side of a original RS60 Spider or something that was like an original
Race
two-door-
heritage of
yeah,
some sort.
yeah. And it was
Okay.
on the side as a little red logo.
so now people just,
Yeah,
perpetuate
and
that.
I'm actually okay with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I like the idea. I don't think on 718 it doesn't fit as nicely as it does on 911.
Right.
There's
Yeah,
something
I
about
agree.
the fender. There's something different. It just looks a little nicer. I wouldn't do it on mine. But on your 911, I
did
thought
look good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I liked it.
But maybe
Maybe,
you should
if
get
I get approval, I'll put them back on.
right.
You got to get something without the white, I think was the,
Agree.
yeah.
Did you save them for
I
reapplication?
have one. They're stuck to my toolbox.
Oh, I see.
you go.
Okay. Did you put both on?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember that.
Yeah.
So jumping back quickly though, too. So we're gonna have some lower door,
Yeah.
side decals,
Yeah.
and then top windshield. Something else. What else are we gonna do with this?
Don't know yet.
Okay.
Don't know where it's going exactly, but
What's the general consensus around the table about stickers on?
Decals.
Apart from the Pegasus, we've covered this, but decals
Oh.
and stickers.
Car dependent,
Yeah.
owner dependent.
That's
I think it's
interesting.
like
That's
a
interesting.
vibe thing, right?
That's interesting.
okay.
I'm not really offended by stickers, but I think it's I guess if I'm really thinking on the spot, I like a limited application.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay with a sticker here and there. Like you've seen them on the side of my car. Like I like them on the windows. I think they work really well there.
Yeah.
And I was very proud to do it. Not to sound cheesy, but I was because I was like, all right, I finally own the car. I can put the Porsche sticker on it, or the PCA membership
Oh, yes,
sticker. You know,
yes.
not maybe not the same pride level, but anyway, on my first car, my first Honda Civic, I definitely had a Tane coilover sticker exactly where it was supposed to be, right on that front bumper,
Yeah.
on that nice flat section. Just for visual reference, it's a 1998 Honda Civic hatchback DX. Looks like a Type R. Effectively, to all
Straight
intents and
out of,
purposes, it's a Type R.
Yeah. Need for Speed or
Yeah. You
Fast
have to
and
have
Furious, whatever.
a strategic sticker.
Sure.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I guess I'm kind of, so I like them on certain things. I guess maybe it's again car specific. I don't like when you're rolling down the highway and you see a bunch of like goofy stickers on the back of a car or your Instagram handle or just stuff plastered to make a statement. I'm not about that. But if it's classy and it sort of fits, and to your point, it's maybe just a bit subtle, I'm okay with that.
That's a good point. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That makes sense. I think that it really fits vehicles that, like your off-road Cayenne.
Yeah.
Like that, you're allowed to do decals on that.
Exactly.
But again, I think you're right on yours, where I don't think on
needs
Mint
any.
Yeah.
that it doesn't need anything.
No.
Nor should it have anything on the paint.
That's why it's on the window.
Yeah. I think I really agree with you guys on this one.
I do appreciate you though, because you gave us a sticker this summer and it was on my car for 4 months probably. And I put a little bit of heat on it before I stored the car, peeled off, not an ounce of glue residue.
You should know that I went to the nerd level of approaching the sticker people and saying, these are going on expensive cars. No one's going to want residue. Give me the premium
Well,
stuff.
they gave you the premium stuff. I was impressed.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. The listener can't see my face, but I'm feeling very.
He's a little red.
I feel good about that. Yeah, it's a light blush. Light. I feel good about that. No, I'm torn on stickers, and I think what I'm imagining is like some guy driving on the highway on like his, forgive me, Dylan, his F-150, and it's got something like if you're gonna, ride my ass, pull my hair or something, like that kind of thing. I'm like, I can't stand this kind of nonsense. I'm like, why would you want an identifying sticker on your car?
Yeah.
That's
That's kind of where I was going. You've put that a little bit more bluntly, but yes.
okay. This is a blunt sort of podcast.
Amen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
can't
think
do
you're
that
right.
stuff.
Like those kind of, I don't even know what the word really is for them, but
Rollin' coal.
Bumper sticker.
Is that what it is? It's just a bumper
That's
sticker?
true.
Let's put it
That's
out
a whole
there.
vibe,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Bumper stickers, not for them.
No.
No. Pegasus?
Like I want
For.
one for the Cayenne that says I love fossil fuels. No?
Again, maybe
I'm torn on that, Mike.
No.
I'm torn on that. I mean, people are going to know. They're going to hear
not
you and
torn.
see you.
They're gonna
man.
see the raw fuel
and they're going to
coming
see
out
the
the
bronze
tailpipe.
Right.
wheel and the bronze sticker and the roof basket.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that I have a straight pipe for his Cayenne?
I thought you got some sort of exhaust for it, like a freebie or something. Is
Yeah.
that the one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a straight pipe.
yeah.
It is.
Well, I was
Catbacks.
going to say, your use of the word exhaust there is a bit liberal, given there's
Understood.
nothing to it apart
Yes.
from yeah.
Someone just hand welded a pipe together. Mike doesn't maybe strike me as the type who's going to rock that.
Oh, I very well will.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
you need to.
Wow.
That would be
okay.
very, very loud.
Good.
No?
Yeah. There is Sean, I'm sure I think you might have sent me the link when I got the 958 GTS. I think you sent me a link for like Soul. There's like a Soul, I'm going to butcher it,
yeah.
like an X pipe or something
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
designed for the
Yeah.
V8. And honestly, I listened to the video and I was like, I could never, ever, ever, ever drive this. My wife would be like, I won't go near that car.
Like your car's
way too much noise.
Loud enough. I mean, it's not obnoxious now, but like when you want it to be, there's a lot of noise there. So
Yeah, for sure. And I actually like that. But
Yeah.
but like the guy was like, oh, I watched the video. The guy was like, well, you can just flick the switch and it goes quiet. And I was like, this isn't quiet. Like, I don't want to be seen like that. I'm
Yeah.
not interested.
We once bought a car, a Camaro, because as soon as the guy turned it on, my wife's like, yes, we have to have that.
because it was
Why was
Just by
it
sound.
camped?
Yeah, 6.2 Camaro V8 stick shift.
Just by sound.
And she's like, we need to have this car.
wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
We're learning
What a
something about.
lady.
We're learning something
Right?
about
I
Mike's
mean, yeah.
house. Wow. Yeah. The Audi maybe doesn't make the same.
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
You can only get so much out of a 4-cylinder. What year was that Camaro?
2010.
So
And
it's kind of one of those.
it wasn't cammed. It was just
No.
because I do love the sound of a cammed engine.
I think the Camaros have always been. I'm going on a limb. I think they're good looking, actually, even from a lot of those years. I sat in one time, Mike. My overwhelming memory was that the dashboard felt like it blocked half the windshield.
It did. It was quite high.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
sat
Okay.
low, high dashboard.
Can't see out the front or the sides of those. I
I
think.
don't remember
Couldn't
looking
see
out the side.
back at all.
Well, there
Really?
you go.
Yeah,
Oh, did
it
you have the
was-
Can't see it
louvers?
on any
No.
side.
Okay.
Okay, what side can you see out of, guys?
A little bit of the front.
Yeah.
They don't make the Camaro now, right?
No, I think it died last year or the year before.
Okay.
I believe it's. Yeah.
What are they building at the GM Oshawa plant now? Pickup trucks? I don't
To
even
be
know.
honest with you, I don't know.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I don't know. They did restart
hopefully new
production there.
vets?
No, it's I do. I mean, it used to be trucks, big
Okay.
big
Yeah.
trucks.
Interesting.
I don't know that. It was shuttered
Road
for
trip, boys.
many years.
Road trip?
to Oshawa.
I don't go to the east side of Toronto
No, me either.
to look at a car factory. I can see lots of them just around the corner from here. Although they make electric vans. It's a little bit less,
Yeah, that
Some days of the week.
Cami / whatever that is now is.
yeah.
It's not exciting.
Bright drop, is that what they call it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been buying away. It's on the sign proudly out front. So
Yeah, but I don't think I think they're proudly not making enough because they don't have enough raw material or something. There's some issue, right? They've been
I
running
saw
low
a
on.
pile of them heading down the highway last week.
Yeah.
I think they're
Like
trying to
3
get
or
them
4
over
truckloads.
the border before
Yeah.
Presidente
I
rolls
see.
in.
Right. The Donal.
Yeah.
As they, okay.
The Donal.
Yeah. Interesting. We're going to shift gears to the big subject for today, which it was a recommendation from our good friend Madison. A recommendation that came from him, which was he wanted us to talk about our dream cars on our dream destinations and why you would do that. So the dream car on the dream destination on the dream road trip. And what and why.
And I think I saw him post, his dream car is his car, which bravo, that's a great
Yes,
problem to
sweet
have.
car.
But
Great
I think
car.
I saw him suggest a couple of road trips that he planned to do in 25.
I saw that.
Am I right about that?
I've known this guy a while now. That's more than a suggestion. That's
Yeah,
happening.
he'll definitely do that. Yeah.
He'll be happy we're talking about him.
100%.
We're going to go around the table. Each of us is going to give one. We're going to talk about that, and then we'll go around. But we're each going to do two.
Okay.
So do we want to go Mike first,
Sure.
clockwise?
Yeah, let's get it out.
Okay. All right, Mike, you're up. The car, the destination.
Oh boy, I haven't thought about this as much as you guys. So
well.
we're just gonna wing it. So I had a little bit of thoughts. My first thought was like an old muscle car of some sort. I'm a Chev guy, so it'd be Chevelle, early Chevelle, or a Cutlass or something like this. Just cruising down the highway. Classic rock blaring. Who knows, Zeppelin or something.
This
like
is not
that,
what I
right?
anticipated.
No,
okay.
me either.
And then I got thinking.
Yeah, you haven't named, he hasn't named that yet.
No. So I'm thinking like Route 66. For
Oh,
one
okay.
thing, right?
Okay.
Like head
Okay.
west, cover Arizona, see the Grand Canyon, all that stuff. But then I got thinking about the car. I'm like, okay, do I have a support vehicle behind me? Probably no. So then I'm like, okay, my car, my current 911, great car, modern, have all the, comfort
Amenities.
Sure.
to
Yes,
it,
yes.
right? So I'm like, let's go something. First thing was Ferrari 430, something kind of in
nice.
between.
Hold on. What happened to the 70s?
No, I like something a little more modern. Probably going to break down though.
Well, 430. I don't
This
know.
is
Are
your
they-
dream. It doesn't
Yeah.
break down.
Well, that's
right.
good.
Yeah,
That's a good
yeah,
point.
yeah,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
Yeah, we
You don't have to be
should-
practical.
Yeah, discount the breaking
Sure.
down.
All right,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
430 is where I landed.
On the
Wow.
highway
Yeah.
on Route 66
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
You're a wild card.
Yeah, I know.
That is not what I expected at all.
No.
Wow, that's interesting.
And forgive me, but you can have a 430 and a 6-speed. Can you not? Are they
Yes.
all?
No, you
Okay.
definitely
for sure you can. Yeah.
So,
But they're worth $150,000 more
Right.
Yeah.
than everything else.
but again, given it's your dream and there's no budget,
Yeah.
Can we confirm that this is a 6-speed 430?
We will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or is this the Scuderias though? The Scuds not manuals, right? So this,
Correct.
That's
okay.
Correct.
I like this. I would never in a million years have guessed that either.
Yeah.
So,
And-
Mike, yeah.
And for me, I know we talk about it all the time. It's got to be Rosso Corsa.
Okay, the
Okay.
red. Okay,
Red.
yeah. The
Yeah,
bright
You know,
red.
we like the blue ones. I like the tan interior, but it'd be the bright red, tan interior. Just go.
Wow. That is not what I expected.
No.
So you're hauling ass down Route 66
Yeah.
in a
And you
Italian
just,
stallion.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of imagining
Stop at the-
Vanishing Point, but in a Ferrari.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a reasonably
Hitting all
modern
the
Ferrari.
Waffle Houses on the way.
Yeah.
Do we think
Wow.
you'd be met with warm welcomes in that region of the world in a Ferrari?
Probably not.
I'm not so sure. Yeah.
You might have been better off with a Chevelle, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It'd be fine.
Exactly.
I just imagine pulling into like a tiny little gas station and some guy comes over to you from his Winnebago who's probably been out in the desert
Yeah.
cooking meth.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is that?
Yeah.
You know?
I was thinking more stopping in the Cozy Cone Motel for the
Right.
night.
Yes. Wow. You see, he said he didn't think about it, but I,
I
have
know.
the feeling
I
he
think
did.
he has.
That's interesting.
Thankfully, Ryan's pulled the demographics, and almost nobody from that area of the world listens to this, so they won't be offended by his comment about cooking meth. But
Hey, man, people do what they want to do out in the desert. It's their call. Oh wow! Any other thoughts on that, Mike? Are you wrapped? We can jump to the
I'm
next
wrapped.
one.
What are you
Wow.
playing in this?
Oh, like
What's on the soundtrack?
I don't know. Like I'm all over the place on music, so like all over. Anything from ABBA to Zeppelin to anything in between. So
Well, it's going to be a long. You might not be able to hear the radio much in that car. so
fair.
I'm fine with that.
yeah.
I was imagining like J-Lo or something on for him,
Like Jenny on the block?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But right blaring out the window of that Ferrari. You know?
Maybe is there like some Italian opera or something that would?
Oh, that wouldn't offend me at
Sure.
all either.
Well, that's also interesting.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh well.
That's like
Okay,
the end of a
well,
movie playing this thing flying down this desert road and then just
Exactly.
this
Cut
hot
credits.
pitch-
Sun setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we can all agree that we're surprised.
Yes, we
Oh,
are.
I would never would have guessed that.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, Sean, go.
Well-
What's your first one?
So interestingly enough, Mike and I have actually landed on the same mark, not the same car.
Wow,
Wow.
interesting.
So I've made some notes here, as Mike pointed out, because I've never been to Europe, I've never been to this region of the world, but there are many things I'd like to see. But Ryan says, well, where would you like to go? And I couldn't just say like one thing. So I've got a few notes here. So here's where we're going to start. The car. I've done this properly. It's a Ferrari 812 GTS,
Okay.
and it's going to be in either TDF blue or Posi blue, or
But it's blue.
right.
It's definitely blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
yeah,
as a third alternative, blue swatters, which you guys will remember there was a 355 Spider in town.
Oh, yes. That's what that color's called?
One of the best blues. Yes, blue
Is that like
swatters.
the lighter?
No,
It's quite dark,
yeah,
but
it's dark.
it's not. Yeah, it has like sort of some lighter qualities to it too in the sun.
Oh, I don't know.
Beautiful. So it's got coil leather, like a dark tan. And of course, this is naturally aspirated V12, 800 horsepower. It's late summer, so it's not too hot.
I like it.
And unlike some of my unfortunate co-hosts, the good Lord has blessed me with some hair, so the top is down the entire time.
Hey. Was that a shot at me?
Yeah,
not
I
a
can't
shot
have
at me.
convertible.
So I'm starting this trip in Como,
Oh, wow.
and it's a relaxing, very expensive stay on the lake. And we're going to take the first leg into Chamonix, I believe.
Okay,
so
yes,
Mont Blanc.
yes.
So we're in the French Alps now.
Yes.
I assume you stay there, maybe have a coffee. Don't know how long any of this is going to take.
As
we're
you
just-
would, obviously.
Right.
Multiple coffees.
Right.
Yeah.
Make our way into Geneva, which, we're going to look at some very expensive and handsome watches, which I know nothing about, but I will send pictures to those of us around the table who do know. I expect you spend a night there, and then down to Lyon, and then on to Grenoble, which is basically the portion of the strip that I've always known that I want to do. So I believe the Route Napoleon starts
Okay.
in that
Yeah,
town.
okay. Yeah.
So the GTS is loud. It's rumbling off of the canyons. You've got the Route Napoleon all the way down in the Principality of Monaco. And you're going to go lose some money at the casino, a night in the town, and that's it. You pack it up and go home.
Wow.
Now, I think this will not fit at all with this road trip, but I quite like on a road trip and driving in general, listen to a bit of blues guitar.
Okay.
So there's going to be some Stevie Ray Vaughan on,
I like it.
Nice.
in particular live at the El Moncambo. And my two favorite songs from that are Texas Flood, which will be on repeat,
Naturally.
and Lenny.
Okay. Yeah. Lenny's a good one.
So we've got
Yeah,
some
yeah.
very soothing music to go along with the soothing sounds of V12. And then we'll let the car do all the talking when we need the excitement.
Wow.
Thanks for leaving so much to our imagination.
That is something, man.
Holy.
Wow. I think we just learned a little bit about Sean. Are you like that at work?
I'm there. I'm
Are you,
basically.
are you
Well,
like this
yeah.
at work?
Am I like this or did I write this at work? 'Cause-
No. Are you like this at work? Like, did you?
yeah.
Look, he's got his typed
Honestly,
out notes
I'm-
there.
I'm still
I am
stunned.
staggered. Yeah.
Hey,
Wow. I
was
honestly
there.
felt.
Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
felt. That's so interesting. I felt
That's-
exactly the same.
bring down the third wall. Let's let the listener in. There you go.
Wow. Mike, thoughts?
No, I'm blown away.
Wow. You really thought that, huh?
I can't
I
believe
can't
we
wait for
both.
chapter 2.
Well, yeah,
It's longer, much longer.
Mike's giving it. He's right. I would not have anticipated we both picked Ferraris.
No, I would not. No.
Wow.
All right, Dylan, would you like to tell us what you picked?
What
Yes,
Ferrari
go.
are you picking? Dylan?
Yeah.
I'm not picking Ferrari.
Okay.
So, out of my 2 destinations, I've picked one I've been to and one I haven't.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
I figured that was kind of a good see how things are going.
I did the same, by the way. We'll get to that as well.
I also
but-
did the same.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Great minds
Yeah,
think alike.
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to go to the place that I have not been before. I'm going to the Pass.
Okay.
The-
Which one?
Stelvio Pass.
Ooh,
Oh, he's
okay.
going to the Stelvio.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
going
yeah,
to the
yeah,
Stelvio Pass, and I am rocking any kind of early 911.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Like it.
Like
Not a lot of power, a lot
Okay.
of fun.
so 60s, 70s early, or are we
Oh,
talking?
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think you need the speed, right? Everything I've
fair
heard
enough,
from
you
you,
don't. No,
Just
you don't.
engage
from
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else.
Nope.
Like there's an Instagram account, Sick Alps.
Oh, I don't know that.
No.
Oh
I don't
my god.
I'm ready to be blown away.
Yeah.
Need to
Okay.
start following, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, is it one of these guys who like stands on the Stelvio and photographs people?
No.
Oh,
It's
okay,
just like a
okay.
crew, and I
Oh.
think they run. I think they run tours. Some people
Okay.
are there, some people aren't. I
Okay.
don't know exactly, but
Okay.
their videos are amazing,
Really?
and they're all in early 911s, and they just mob. And there's like 10 of them all the time. It's amazing. It looks so much fun because you can see, and that's what I think the coolest thing is that you can see like 8, 9, 10 cars in front of
Sure.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's a big part about like a dream drive is that you're not alone.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
I think you can put any of your good friends in any cars, some good cars. Let's not go
Yeah. Yeah.
Camrys,
Yeah. Understood. Understood.
and roll down the road, and it's worth it.
Wow.
I think
I think
the
that is
best.
I think that is an important distinction because I kind of envision myself for whatever reason with a partner, 2 up in the car, but no other cars. And I think you're right. It would be much more fun with a convoy of 3 or 4.
Dylan, you and I have discussed that before.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
we've done some like rough mental math on that. We always said that when you drive in a group of cars, like 50% of is the enjoyment is you driving, and 50% is looking at the other cars.
And
Oh, it's
listening.
great.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
really
why, and
interesting
that's
point.
why I like riding in the back of the group.
Yeah.
You get to see everything.
Yeah.
You're at the front, you don't get to see anything. It's just like another drive. Whoop-de-doo.
What color is this early 911?
Yeah, I want to hear more about the spec. Talk us through it.
Yeah.
I didn't put as much thought into you guys did, but
That's okay. Gut reaction is
I
fine.
would probably rock some kind of yellow.
Okay, I like
Maybe
it.
like a racing yellow,
Okay, I like it.
which
I
is
like
a odd choice for me.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I don't
thought
think
like a
I would
dark
ever
blue
buy
for
one.
you.
Yeah, usually it's blue.
But you've told us multiple times that you're coming
Well,
around to
signal
yellow cars.
Signal
Yeah.
yellow
Yeah.
for sure.
I was going to say Signal or Bahama,
Bahama.
from
Yeah,
that
exactly.
generation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Bahama works on those for sure.
Totally.
It does for sure. Yeah, I feel like that car. There's not much in it. You're just, you're rolling through the gears, but you're barely going.
Yeah.
Like let's be
Yeah,
honest here,
yeah.
you're not flying around, which I think is great. But I think just being up there, seeing the sights, looking over the edge.
Yeah, it's quite something.
Yeah, and
is
I
amazing.
think that's like, to me, like that sounds unbelievable.
You got to do it. That's all I can really tell you. You got to do it. It's a bucket list road. It's crazy. You should go.
Join up
it'll
with
be
these
on-
guys and go.
Honestly, this account's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. I have to check that out.
I'm going to follow after
Okay.
this.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
lovely.
It's beautiful.
Any music thoughts?
I might go a little Phil Collins
Ooh.
in the air tonight on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming out of the hairpin with
right.
when the drum solo comes in.
Right.
Come on.
You're gonna be rewinding that a lot because a lot of hairpins. He's gonna be going like 18 seconds and then 18 seconds back.
That's all right. Yeah, windows down. I think it'd be great.
This is a coupe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I felt like I was there. It was pretty good.
Love it.
That's pretty
Was
good.
it?
Yeah, you did good.
Oh, thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah, it was hard to follow Sean. He's not easy. That was he typed it. I mean, look, he typed it.
I was going to say for those of you who might complain that we talk about Porsches too much, we started this on Ferraris, but we've sort of reverted back to our roots
think
here.
we're
So
good.
let's hear what Ryan has picked because I have a sneaking suspicion there might be a P car in one of his.
You're wrong.
Am I?
No, you're totally wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, he buzz.
I was going to play that joke too, but
No, you're totally wrong. I'm going. My first choice is somewhere I've been. Okay, so when I went to the Scottish Highlands, I was riding in a Sprinter van with many people, and a manual transmission Sprinter van.
Yep.
And it was a formative memory for me for the first time ever seeing like European roads and how twisty and narrow they were,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how like sketchy.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. And I have this like I would go back there And the car I would drive there specifically, because I don't think you actually need a fast car. The car I would drive there is a vintage Land Rover Defender, a 2-door, like something that's sort of ghetto,
Oh yeah,
but would fit right in there.
totally surprised me here. Yeah.
No,
like I
good
love
choice.
that idea, right? And the truck doesn't have to. I imagine the Top Gear segment where the heat like doesn't
Oh,
work.
yeah.
And that's okay with me because I'm kind of okay with. My wife is from Vancouver. I'm sort of okay with rainy weather. It's part of my life. So I'm okay with limited heat in my vintage Defender. And the radio should work because I do want a good radio. And I like the idea of like driving to the Highlands and pulling off at the occasional loch, which is Scottish for a lake, and the occasional bog, and just looking at the views. And you can have these spectacular moments there where like it can be pouring rain and then 5 minutes later it's like a gorgeous blue sky shining through, and it's really something. And the car is almost less important than the destination.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. And it sticks in my head forever, ever since I was there.
I can't remember if you told me this or somebody else, but the gentlemen or ladies that drive these vans or commuting, don't they drive like complete
Oh yeah,
maniacs?
totally. Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah. Yeah, I had to take gravel.
Yeah.
Because it
Come
can be
on.
it's hard on you.
Oh, they whip you
They are
around.
whipping these Sprinter vans around the road.
They got places to go.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate this is fully left field, but I love the idea. Rooftop tent on this thing, and I'm going to pull off and I'm going to set up a fire and I'm going to look at the stars. I love it. Or the clouds, depending which night it is.
Yeah. Or the fog, depending
Yeah. And I should note the Defender is like a dark green. Of
course
Oh,
it is.
yes.
Yeah, of course.
It's
And
either
it
that
might
or
have
I didn't
white,
imagine
so-
anything else.
Exactly,
Yeah.
fair enough. It could have a white top. I'm okay with that. I like
Okay.
that sort of look.
Yep.
It doesn't need anything fancy on the interior. I don't care. I, like Sean, imagine that my partner is there with me, but I'm confident she wouldn't want to be. She's not going to ride in the vintage Defender.
But
Why not?
the dogs would be.
The
though.
dogs could come with
Yeah.
me. Yeah, I'm good
Sure,
with that.
yeah.
Yeah. And the music is not actually specific to the space or to the destination, but I'm a very classic road trip guy. I like to like get in and put on the typical road trip songs. And as much as I loved your SRV reference, because I love that guy, I'm perfectly fine with like Fortunate Son by CCR. Just,
Nice.
Yep.
just something like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm like in my vintage Defender, my steering wheel that moves like 3 inches without the car steering.
That works.
Yeah, I know it's appreciated. It's fully left
I
field,
love
but
that.
That
That's like the UN going on right there. You know that?
right. Yeah. His Defender's green, not white, but that actually was on my short list, but didn't
Really?
make not in a Defender. I would have done it much differently, but
Okay.
sort of Ireland down through Scotland,
Oh, yeah.
all the way into basically the bottom of the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an amazing place.
Wow.
It's an amazing
Very
place.
interesting.
Sticks in my head forever. It was amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, we're going around to
Let's
Mike's
do
number
this again.
2 choice.
Number 2 choice. Okay. So somewhere I was in the area, but didn't make it on this route. So my next one is in Australia. Love for me, and Great Ocean Road. So southeast side of Australia, and you're running along the coast. It's 34 degrees out. Ocean air blowing at you, the waves are rolling in. You see a surfer off in the distance, and like Dylan, I'm cruising in my early 911
Oh, okay.
with no music playing, just the hum of a motor. But we're gonna go with either a Singer or that Tut Hill 911K,
Oh my.
just something serious, and you're just listening to the whine of that motor, but not going too fast.
I like your dreams, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
I
one.
like it. Yeah. What color is the 911K? Is it that gold one?
No, it's gotta
Oh.
be Guards Red.
Oh, Guards Red.
Gotta be Guards
okay.
Red. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another excellent choice.
Yeah.
Are there any 911Ks in Australia yet?
I don't know that. but-
Okay. Are you playing a little? What's a famous Australian band we could drop in there?
Oh,
Have you given
Men
that
at
any thought?
Work?
Oh, Men at Work. Yeah.
But no music, just the music of the engine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. You did say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Guards Red 911K. Sounds pretty good.
I like it. Call up
Yeah.
Richard and see.
See if he's got one
Yeah,
to
yeah,
spare.
yeah.
Yeah. You never know. He might loan you one.
Well, he loaned Chris the 959.
I was just going to make that reference. So
Right.
yeah, we can touch.
it's only $1.7 million.
Right.
Wow.
That didn't make it on my list, but that was
23,000 miles or kilometers? on it?
presumably miles if it's a UK car.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been
Yeah.
driven then.
Left-hand drive.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe either way, it's definitely been driven. To your point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's interesting, Mike. That's you're striking me as a sunshine guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just to be clear, classic Singer. We're not talking about the new.
Yeah, not the DLS, not
Okay.
the Turbo Steady,
Right.
classic Singer.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm imagining a reasonably elegant spec.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's think about the interior just for one. If we could, before we move on, we've got a guards red exterior. I mean, the world's your oyster with Singer.
Jesus.
So
I'm imagining he's going all red with red wheels.
No,
No,
Wasn't that you?
no,
Okay.
no,
it's Cayman spec.
no. I would be torn by the like a Cohiba interior or just a black Recaro C. You know,
Yeah, okay.
just nicely done, classic.
yep,
I like it.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's going to be beautiful.
I like it.
someday.
You'll retire.
Really?
there, I think.
Someday? That's what you want?
Yeah,
That's his retirement plan, no?
I'd love to.
In Australia specifically.
in Australia.
Yeah, in Australia.
That might make this podcast
Sorry,
a little
about the
harder.
Singer.
So, how many more years you got to work?
It'll be weird hours. That's all.
Yeah.
It'll be weird hours. All right, Sean's going around for his number 2.
Okay, so like you gentlemen, not
Take
planned.
us there.
I had one trip that I've never done. This trip we actually have done. So my wife and I in 20, I believe it was 14, we bring it back to our roots here, you know, to the Canadian Rockies. So Calgary is a place that I visited for work and for pleasure, and it's a place I sort of feel quite at home. It's a beautiful big city feel, but then of course shortly thereafter you're out in the country, and then you know an hour and a half you're in the Rocky Mountains. So for this one I've gone with back to our roots a little. So I'm taking a 911 ST, and it's going to be in the PTS shade of fish silver gray. And you know, there's 1,963 of these things made. I think we've shared probably about 1,000 of the specs. So we've seen it all, most of it. This one was shared recently, and I think that of all of them, this is where I've landed. So it has the heritage interior in cognac and silver wheels, just because they're better always. And the
Tell us how you really feel.
the Ceramica ones just don't. They're just not as good. They work on some specs, not here. Crucially, and I suspect somewhat controversially, this one also has the comfort seats.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
very
yeah.
important. I'm not having buckets in my ST for a road trip. So
I like it.
I'm starting in Calgary, and before we set off, and this only one, I'm having a smoked old fashioned in a bar called Proof, and then we're setting off for Canmore into Banff. That evening, we'll get there. Several beverages at the Banff Brewing Co. Onwards the next day to Jasper, and small caveat, it's probably just a little bit burnt still.
Yeah, understood. Yeah.
but-
I figured that was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been there once before. It was wonderful. Also has a Banff Brewing Co. So we'll make a stop there again, assuming it's not a pile of ashes. So hopefully they're starting to rebuild. Meander across the Rockies towards Kelowna. There's some beautiful wineries and beautiful scenery in Kelowna. So do that. Carry on to Vancouver. Maybe a little dinner in Gastown. Finally up the sea to sky and make your way through Squamish. You know, end at some for some R&R at Whistler. And I would have a lovely little Caesar overlooking a mountain on a patio. I can't remember the name of the bar. There's one, I think it's on Blackcomb Sub. You basically just ski down to this thing that, you know, loaded Caesars. You get 14 toppings on them. And for American friends, that is made with Clamato juice. It's not tomato
No
juice.
Bloody Mary.
Okay. Yeah. So, and that's it. And that's, unfortunately, the first time I did it was in a rented, I think it was a Malibu.
Well, I mean, it's a car.
Or maybe whatever the sister car to that, Mike. You're our Chevy man.
Impala, maybe.
Maybe.
It's all right. It's a car.
Anyway, it was
It's
not
better
an
than
exciting car.
driving
It was a
Caprice, maybe.
It was a 4-cylinder silver thing. It was not exciting, but we put all the kilometers on it and saw all the things. The only reservation with that trip is, a lot like stunning scenery. I don't know. We were on we didn't get off the beaten path. Like there's a lot of highways, and so I don't know how enthusiastic you can get with your driving. I'm sure there's some off the beaten path as well, but generally speaking, it was like a 4-lane highway, and there's lots of wildlife to run into as well. So hopefully you don't smash up your one of 1963 ST, but
right in fish silver metallic.
right, because that's
With silver wheels.
yes.
And
they're better.
what's on your
Because they're
door
better.
sills?
Oh, nothing. Oh,
Nothing on the door sills.
And thank you, Mike. So one other important thing, the whatever puddle lights comes with that car will be removed before the road trip starts.
I cannot support you more. I totally agree.
Thank you.
Get rid of that stuff.
Yes.
The very act of putting icons of cool under the door makes the car completely uncool.
For sure.
Yeah,
Totally.
I can't do it. It's bizarre.
Just rip them out, cut the harness, and that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then reflash it so you don't have a light on your dash
Right.
all day. Yeah.
And for the music, I've decided on this one, somewhere when we are driving anger, there's a song by the Deftones called Be Quiet and Drive.
Wow.
And it's about 6 minutes of...
I've never heard that band.
You've never
The
heard of the
Deftones?
Deftones?
No, I don't think so.
Wow. Are you too young for the Deftones?
no.
Is that weird?
That song is made in the 90s.
yeah, but
Yeah, I
hold
was
on.
born
He
in the
was
90s.
born in the 90s.
That could make a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Jeez.
Is that their like big song?
No, I wouldn't
Certainly,
say
no.
so.
It was an early... I don't know if that was a hit. It was an early
I don't think
single.
it was based
Did
on
they
its name,
ever
no.
have a hit?
They had multiple songs
Oh,
that
yeah.
were on, like, Edge 102 and lots of rock stations.
Yeah, you would have heard Change in, I think, brackets, In the House of Flies, but Deftones on some radio station in your childhood.
Don't know.
Without
Radio
question.
980.
Interesting. Yeah, no.
No, yeah.
It was so subtle, we almost missed it. Mike's been listening to AM 980 continuously.
What are we up to now here? We have 3 911s,
I didn't write it down.
2
but
Ferraris, and a Defender, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Take us home, Dylan.
Quickly, before I just only want to comment that you've done a really spectacular job of making us all feel like we were
Yeah.
actually there. It's pretty impressive.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
You've done a really good job.
The,
You might have a career in that.
Yeah, your drive when you leave Calgary, do you go through Kicking Horse Pass in that one?
I have no idea. I can't remember.
Like where the Fairmont is.
The Fairmont at Banff?
I haven't been there in a long time. I can't give you actual feedback.
That's
on
the
that.
only...
It's been so
well,
long.
there may be one in Calgary, but
What's
the
the one
famous
in
one...
like in the valley?
Isn't that what's that called? What's that
Well,
lake
it's
called? That famous lake?
well, there's the Fairmont
Lake
Banff,
Louise.
Banff
Lake
Springs,
Louise.
but Lake Louise. I would go by there, yeah. Maybe have a little dip in the hot spring in the back.
Wow. Okay.
If you... I mean, I believe it's
You
still
guys ever
there.
been to Lake Louise?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a long time ago. A long time ago. That's
No.
why my
Just
memory's
full
not
of red
so.
canoes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure it was when I was last
1,000
there, like
red
20
canoes.
years ago. I don't think that was a thing. Instagram,
Tour buses and
Instagram
red
wasn't out
canoes.
there. Yeah.
There was a lot of that.
Wow.
I assume it's still there, but honestly, if you ever are in Calgary, go search out the place Proof. It's got a billion whiskeys on the wall. They make a great cocktail.
Is it right on that main bar strip?
No,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
little off the beaten path. I think I can't remember exactly.
I used to go there for work too. I've been to a bunch of bars, but I couldn't tell you any
Yeah.
of the names. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Dylan,
Dylan, go
let's hear it.
round 2, man. Round 2. Go.
Alrighty.
We're all ready.
So the place I've been to, the drive I've done. Napa.
Ooh,
Napa, California.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So me and the wife were lucky enough to take a couple vacations there. I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going here. Screw it. I'm going to get Enterprise Exotics 718 Cayman.
I love that.
perfect.
It made the most sense.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys know this, but as a Canadian, if you rent a car in the U.S., no matter what your insurance coverage is, you cannot buy higher than $80,000.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the
So
problem.
therefore,
Yeah, you got to keep it on a bit of a budget.
yeah, so you got to make sure you don't, rent something that all of a sudden you owe $200,000 for.
Exactly.
If you rent.
Yeah,
be a small
exactly.
problem. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I went through the same thing.
So I've settled on the Cayman, just a base one. It was good. So you land in San Francisco, grab your car, head to Napa. If you've never been to Napa, it's pretty much a 1-lane road, 2-lane road.
PDK car?
It is a PDK. Yeah, I don't think you can rent manuals.
Probably not.
Well, you can probably get one off Turo or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Which,
not through a
to be
traditional
honest with
rental
you, at
channel.
that point in time, I was not even playing with that. I was just like, I'll take what's guaranteed to work. If
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
an issue,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
calling this.
And it's
So-
still a 2-door sports car that's guaranteed to work.
yeah, correct. Yeah.
How many boxes of wine or cases of wine can you fit on a Cayman?
You want me to tell you about the whole trip, eh?
Oh yeah. Let's get into it.
And luggage to come home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't plan that, but I came home with 4 cases of wine.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's good. See, a practical sports car.
Yeah.
Cayman,
The
baby.
wife drove in the passenger seat with her feet on the dash into the glass, stuffed around things.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Can we just clarify? When you said that, I got a little nervous. You said she drove from the passenger seat.
Well,
with
she
it.
didn't drive.
I was
She
gonna
rode.
say,
I
rode.
pictured,
She rode.
I
She
pictured
rode.
you on the pedals and her sort of doing the steering.
Right.
I'm not sure if that absolves you.
We
of
had a
any,
lot. We had a lot.
Yeah.
Like I did not think about it. I was just buying. I was not thinking.
And then you
about
got
it.
back to the... Luckily, you had the Porsche with 2 trunks.
Well, to be honest with you, I was going to send her in a taxi.
Oh, I see. Wow.
from the hotel to the airport because I thought
With the wine or no?
Yeah, some of it. The wine he was prepared to lose. Yeah.
So walk us through this, because actually I would. This is we've been to, I guess you'd call it more Southern California, but I want to go up there as well. So you get off at San Fran, you drive down through like the Big Sur, the whole
you do
deal,
like
up.
Yeah, you drive up. So you go. Oh God, I bet you it takes you an hour and a half to get out of the city.
It does. It takes a while.
It's a 3-hour drive when you land because our flight times always end up. You're always there at like 4 o'clock.
Yep.
In the afternoon.
Yeah.
So it's 3 hours to get into Napa because essentially, if you go to Napa, you do not want to stay in Napa City. You want to stay where all the vineyards are, which is farther up north than the city. So it takes you about 3 hours to get out of the city, all while driving a Cayman. You're there for the first time, man. You're buzzing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I could drive 5 hours in this thing, no problem.
No problem. Super comfortable.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yep, stop and go. And you're like, oh, HOV. Yeah, two people. Yeah. Well, no. HOV in California is 3.
No.
But it didn't stop me for 2 hours.
When I was there, I didn't see any police looking for that in particular. There were so many people that were just in it by themselves.
It's like, it's unbelievable. It's just taillights everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So, we get to our like not Airbnb, but like bed and breakfast we're staying. It was beautiful. So we get up the next morning. Obviously, I'm, doing the Google Maps, the roads and stuff like that. We have a whole bunch of wineries we want to hit. And then I see this one road, and I think it's called Copperhead Road or Snakehead Road.
A song?
Yes, it is a song.
Copperhead Road?
Yeah, that is a
Road.
song.
Okay.
That is.
Row,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, is it Copperhead Road?
No, it's Road. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And a guy actually, we're sitting in the car, and I'm looking through it, and a guy goes, "You should go on this road." He's like, "I don't remember what it's called." I'm like, "Is it Copperhead Road or whatever it is?" He goes, "Yeah, that's it. You should take this there." And I'm like, "Okay, we're going there."
Okay. Yeah, that's the one.
So we head there. Oh, it was amazing. It is so many turns. It is like
Dylan, I might have muted you for about 3 seconds there. I'm sorry. Apologies.
that's
You
all
can
right.
keep talking. I'm sorry, but I might have muted you.
Oh, well, it's 3 turns.
That's better.
There you go. You can hear me now? Okay. It's a ton of turns. Let me
Okay.
tell you that.
I was gonna
it's
say,
about
if we're being literal,
45
that's-
minutes up the mountain and then another 45 minutes down the backside of the mountain. And it is amazing.
Wow.
It's beautiful. The air smells so good.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Interesting. Yeah.
I got to tell you, I also considered, I didn't think of that area of California, but I thought about some other options, but I just felt so bad sort of bringing up California at this particular moment with
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but-
know.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's tough
stayed
scenario
in
over
LA,
there.
so yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
tough
cover
area up there.
that in more detail after.
Yeah. So yeah, we took the drive. Amazing. We put a lot of miles on that. Came in that week. We were there for 5 days. We took it up the coast. You got to do that if you're there.
Yep, PCH.
It's unbelievable. Stopping all the little like dive towns, getting your oysters and all that stuff. Oh, it's amazing. And the locals are great. So if you're like kind of moving, they'll get out of your way.
Yeah, that is nice. That is
yeah.
nice. in
They're
California.
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So the second trip we did there, we went with a buddy of mine. He rented a C8 Vet, so we swapped them back and forth, and we were flying on this mountain. We were doing pretty good.
You were obviously well within the speed limit.
Oh,
Obviously.
absolutely.
Yes,
we were right
yes,
at the speed
yes.
limit.
55.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were flying to 55. And we get to the stop sign, and I was amazed. 4 drivers, they kind of pull through the stop sign and all pull off.
Just say, you have at it, boys.
And they're just like, go.
They saw some fancy headlights coming in the background and
Yeah.
decided to get out of the way.
Yeah. It was amazing.
That sounds amazing, man.
Yeah.
I have been to Napa before, but I have to be honest, I think I need to go with you because I didn't find it
Sounds
the
that
most
way.
dazzling of places. But my rental car was a lovely Toyota Camry, which is not a complaint. It was a nice car, but it wasn't a Cayman.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I suggest it to everybody. If I could rent anything or have anything, I would probably do it in a Spider RS.
Oh, yeah.
I think
good
that
call.
would be a lot of fun.
Good call.
It's
Yeah.
a little, you know, you're driving on the coastline with Little Dreams by Fleetwood Mac.
Oh,
I like
Come
this.
on now.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on now. We're all there now.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
a good
yeah.
road trip car. shockingly, that never came to mind when I was thinking, but it probably should have. So,
Oh, I think
maybe a bit too raw for a long road trip.
The Spider RS?
Yeah.
The big difference is the suspension is
Yeah.
much nicer. A
Yeah.
little more...
I'm a young buck, though, you know?
Okay, yeah. The guy doesn't even know who the Deftones are.
Fair enough. Yeah.
There you go. That's how
Explains a
young
lot.
I am.
Yet he's listening
My
to Fleetwood
spleen, my
Mac.
spleen is
Exactly.
ready.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a good destination. It's beautiful. There's no question. Driving across the Golden Gate Bridge is a rite of passage for people.
There you go.
It's pretty cool.
Last but not least, Ryan, let's see. I'm
Me.
I'm
Yeah,
anticipating.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
one
sorry.
more. I'm
I was
anticipating.
so into his Cayman in California. I forgot about me.
I sensed we were moving on. I am genuinely curious as to.
Let me just get my notes out here,
Yeah.
Sean? Let me just unfold my paper. Just kidding. My next destination is less specific and more just a general area. So, having been to Europe to drive a couple times now, and one in the UK and then one in continental Europe, I dream of exactly the same areas you're talking about, which was Mont Blanc and down in that area. We're kind of France meets Switzerland.
Yes.
Right? Switzerland is the most beautiful place I've ever been to drive. So I imagine driving that, but I have a specific time of year, and I would actually like to go there at Christmas.
Oh.
When it's like deep in snow.
Yep.
And spectacularly beautiful. And I want to do it in the car you're never going to guess, which is an RS4 wagon.
Oh,
Nice.
With a V8 4.2.
Oh, okay.
With a 6-speed manual.
Speaking to me, yeah.
Yeah, like a 2007, 2008 car.
Yep.
Has to be a wagon. Has to have a roof rack. Has to have skis on it. But don't get confused, because I'm not going skiing. I just want to take pictures of the car
Yes.
looking spectacular in the snow.
Roof box with skis in.
Something like that. Whatever. I'm easy.
Yeah.
I'm easy.
Yeah,
I think
roof
skis
box
also
will look
look
good.
cool.
You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have to
Either
have
way.
skis
Either
in
way.
it then.
I
right.
think
The good point.
I
yeah.
actually think the car should be. It's a tough call. I like the Audi red, which I want to say is like Ibis or something. I can't what they call their red.
No, as Ibis white.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a red. I don't remember what it's called. It's just typical
It's
fire
escaping
engine
me
red.
too, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I'm also totally okay with one in black. There's something about that black,
White
you
snow
know,
on it.
Uber Avant, insane
Yeah.
400 horsepower Audi R8 drivetrain in a wagon.
Yep.
And I want to do it at winter. And it's so critical. And my imagination is that I'm driving to the ski resort almost doesn't matter. I'm driving to a ski resort. It's beautiful. It's in the mountains that we don't get here,
Right.
which we get at Whistler, but that's sort of a long ways away from here.
Yeah.
So I'm landing at this place. It's covered in snow. I'm going into my beautiful cabin or chalet, shall we say,
Chalet,
in
for sure.
ski speak. And I'm not going skiing. I'm going directly to the outdoor hot tub. Right? And if you want to go specific to a drink, I'd have an old fashioned, I think.
Yeah, perfect.
But I love the idea of like being somewhere like on these ski holidays with a really nice car that I obviously can't afford. I'm not rich enough to drive a $150,000 Audi to my ski holiday. It's not really my it's not in my orbit, so to speak. But it's a goal for me. And the song, because it's the holidays, I've selected my favorite Christmas song, which is Last Christmas by Wham.
I love this.
It doesn't have to be the Wham version, but I like Last Christmas.
Sure.
And specifically, I like the Jimmy Eat World sort of, adult
Yeah,
pop
that
version,
is a good
which I
one.
always
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
But it has to be an Audi RS4. My partner or people are with us. It's just a fun way to get around. I want to drift it in the snow and go up hairpins in the snow. I want to do that sort of thing.
Love it.
Yeah, totally different.
Fresh off a timing chain replacement.
Correct,
so-
correct.
Okay.
A very, very good friend of mine who will appreciate the shout out does have a V8 RS4 wagon here, carbon ceramic car, silver.
I know this car.
It's a beautiful
love that
car, and he's very lucky to have it. And I drool over it. And if you're listening, Chris, if you go to sell it, I'm your man because
Yeah.
I love that car.
And call me right after.
Yeah.
Because, believe me, Recaro's.
Yeah,
the interior
it's a
looks like it's.
beautiful car.
And somehow, like I think that car is 120 or 30. Like it's not been babied, and it looks brand new inside. Like
It's a perfect car.
it's so good.
I love it. Anyway, a V8 RS4 wagon in the snow at Christmas with Wham on the radio.
Love it.
Amazing.
I hope you all felt like you were there.
We went around the world. I
Oh
think.
yeah, totally.
did.
Yeah. I feel good about that.
Yeah,
That was
that's great. That's good.
We should thank Madison for sending us that idea. That's,
Yeah, that's
a
a
great
great question.
idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's obviously a longer conversation than we anticipated.
Well, I
Yeah.
didn't write notes, so.
Yeah,
No, neither
exactly.
did I.
Mike was winging it.
I had nothing really planned.
I thought that was excellent.
I did find it interesting though that most of us, I'll say all of us,
Yeah.
never thought like, oh yeah, I'm just in the car alone.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think maybe a bit out of character, but both of my cars were very, very modern. And I think as compared to all of you, you guys kind of threw in a retro in. So next time we do this, I'll keep that in mind. But I do, I love the RS4 Shoutout. It might be tornado red, but that might be too modern.
The red. It's a bright red. It's a
Yeah.
very fire engine-y
Yeah.
red. I like the idea of that. Yeah.
Well, we'll just say if any of our followers know,
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
DM
What is that?
us.
Like, comment, subscribe?
like, comment, subscribe. Yeah.
Look, you made a reference earlier. Let's just be really, really, normal human beings and reasonable people by mentioning what's going on in California at the moment.
Yes.
We recognize
it's
all
awful.
that. We all love that place. Everybody does. It's a real destination. And we're thinking about, we're obviously sending some water bombers down to try and help. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yes, I saw
We're
that.
seeing it on the reels every day that we're helping. Just remember that's a two-way street, y'all.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a week. Remember that.
Exactly. exactly.
Keep your drones out of the air.
Exactly.
One of our
Exactly.
bombers is now out of service, I
Yes,
believe. But,
something like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, let's call it there. We're good?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
liked
good.
it. That was fun.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you,
was good.
Madison.
Okay, guys, say goodnight.
Good night.
See you later.
Bye-bye.